check out the latency of this AI voice agent. Hey, how's it
Hi,
going?
this is Joe. How can I help you? I'm doing well, thank you. Are you calling about a vehicle that's already in the shop, or do you need to schedule a new service?
Yeah, I'm calling about a Mack truck I dropped off in the shop a few days ago.
Okay, can you spell your first and last name for me, please?
Yeah, just hang on a second. Well, do you guys do oil changes?
Sure, we do oil changes. Can you spell your first and last name for me, please?
Yeah, it's Marktomled, okay.
Got it, Mark Tomlin. What is the vehicle make and model?
Listen, hold on a second. I've got some questions for you. Can you fix my HVAC?
We can definitely look into that. Is this the best number to reach you at, or is there another one?
Yeah, this one's good.
Thank you. My service advisor is not available right now, but I will have him call you as soon as possible with an update.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, I had another question, but I'm just wondering how you're doing today.
I'm doing well, thank you. Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye. So, look, you can already see that wasn't a perfect call. I just threw in a prompt 4 seconds ago. But the latency on this system, Vogent, is unlike anything I've experienced. And I'm going to show you today how Vogent works, what I found out about them. And the reason this is all happening is thanks to Adam. Last week, Adam introduced me to the CEO of Vogent, and I'll be uploading a video showing how that call went last week on the weekly Q&A call, so I got to interview him on that. And I've been really shocked, guys, by how good this system is. So basically, it's a lot like retail, except instead of being built off of OpenAI's infrastructure, they actually went ahead and built their own custom low latency LLM that's just about as smart as GPT-4, but it's optimized for AI voice conversations, and because of that, the latency is incredible. So here it is, and I'm going to take you through some of the settings. But I also want to show you something really cool about this. There's a few settings that you're kind of going to freak out about. First, there's live dials. So you can actually, as I'm calling, you can see live that someone is talking, and then you can click and join those calls. So you can instantiate yourself directly into the call as it's happening, which is crazy. And then there's another amazing feature, which is they just added this week Sesame native within this system. So now they're supporting Sesame voices. This also means they support voice cloning. And just for today, I actually wanted to show you guys a demo I made. I cloned Jordan Peterson's voice. I'm not publishing this anywhere, so it's legal, but I want to show you just how real it sounds because it really freaked me out. So I'm going to go in here to the settings. I'll teach you a little bit about how the settings work, give you a rundown. I'm no expert. I just found out about this last week, but I think it'll be really useful for you to stay on the cutting edge of things. And the reality is, look, while we love retail and VAPI, we need to stay, as Adam says, tech agnostic, because the reality is, guys, this future is coming quick with voice AI, and if we're not using the best tech out there, we ourselves will get left behind. So this is really exciting. So if you look at this agent, I made a Jordan Peterson agent. I gave it a really simple prompt, and I just want to demonstrate the latency of this system. This is a voice I cloned about a few moments ago. I went back over here. You know what? I'll just call it, and then I'll show you how I cloned the agent. So if I go Jordan, I'm going to link my phone number to it, and I'm going to call right now. So I'll show you exactly what that looks like. So if you know Jordan Peterson, he has a very distinct voice. Let's see how it does. Here we go. Hello?
Hello, this is Dr. Jordan Peterson. How can I assist you today?
Oh, hey, Dr. Peterson. Hey, I didn't make my bed today, and I'm just calling to tell you I'm sorry.
I appreciate your honesty, but let's not focus on the bed. Instead, let's think about the broader implications of not making your bed. What does it say about your approach to life?
You know what? I'm not really ready for this right now. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to say sorry, that's all.
I understand, but I'd like to help you understand why this matters. Not making your bed can be a metaphor for not taking responsibility for your life. It's a small action, but it can represent a larger pattern of avoiding responsibility.
But I never avoid responsibility. I promise. It was just my bed. I definitely didn't forget to put the cap on the toothpaste this morning as well.
I'm glad to hear that. But let's focus on the bed. What's stopping you from making it?
It feels like a monster, a dragon, you know?
Ah, I see. You're referring to the metaphorical dragon. It's a common fear, but you must face it. It's part of life.
Okay, well, I gotta go. Thank you. I wasn't ready for this. Can you please have a great day?
You too. Remember, life is suffering, but you must find meaning. Goodbye.
Okay. I just spun that up. I'm not kidding, 5 minutes before this video. But what do you guys think? Please drop your comments below. I was kind of shocked by how realistic it sounded. There's a few others. You can check out Vogent's page on LinkedIn, and they also made one of Donald Trump, so you can see that. And if you go back here, I'll show you how to clone a voice. So if you want to do this yourself, it's really simple. You don't pay any subscription. You just go in and you hit clone voice, put in the name. So I put in Jordan in this case, put in mail, and I uploaded a YouTube video MP3 directly right into here as a file and put that there. So that's all I needed to do. And so you can also do voice sesame. I've done that one as well, and it's pretty awesome. So hopefully you just see kind of the power behind this. Obviously, it can be very dangerous, and there needs to be proper education behind how these systems work for people, because that was really real, and it's kind of scary, and I need to talk to my parents about this. So I'm going to show you quickly how these settings work. It's similar to retail. You'd probably be able to get the hang of it pretty quickly, but there's a few things that are a little different, and so if you want to learn how to use the system, just follow along with me for a little bit. I'm not going to handle integrations right now at the moment with make.com and otherwise, which I will be able to do in here if I wanted to, but I'm just going to focus on some of the best settings I found, which LLMs to use with this, for instance, which ones to avoid because the latency can be bad, and also which voices to choose if you want to get a head start. So I would check this out. Start with the language. If I tried using different languages and it wasn't working, you can get it to work in another language so long as you also reflect that in the prompt. So retail has a leg up on this one, but English works great. Default voice. So the voice that you saw was for the trucking one. That was just this one called Kyle. It's not Sesame, but we can also try Sesame here. And you can see Sesame is pretty impressive. If I go here and hit, there's another one, Jay or Bert. I haven't tried that one. Let's actually try that one right now. See what that one sounds like. And you can see Sesame has a little bit of a different feel to it, but it's very real. And I'm really impressed with Sesame. So let's call this right now. See how it works.
And Trailer Repair Shop. This is Chet. Who am I speaking with, please?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, this is Joe. How can I help you today?
Hey, my name's Mark, and I'm wondering about the price of an oil change.
Are you calling about a vehicle that's already in the shop, or do you need to schedule a new service?
No. I just want to know the price of an oil change.
Okay, Mark. Can you please spell your first and last name for me, please?
No, thank you.
All right. What is the vehicle make and model?
So I'm gonna stop that right there. I didn't spend time prompting this, so maybe my prompting isn't right. That's why it might not be performing just as well. But the underlying voice complexity, if you will, and the voice performance is what I want to highlight to you right now. You could see Sesame, the latency is extremely low as well. When we interviewed the CEO last week, I encourage you to watch that full video. He was saying the latency is as low as 300 milliseconds, and I believe him. So this is how you link your number. Something you'll have to do with the Sesame voices, if you end up using this, you need to make them a little louder. By default, they're pretty quiet. But for the normal voices, Kyle is really good. Jamel is good. For the woman, Gabriel for Spanish is fantastic. Duncan is also a great voice. And all of them, I keep them about normal for the settings. It's same thing like retail. You put in your opening line right here. So truck and trailer shop, and then you can select whether that's inbound or outbound calls. You can also add call transferring here. It's a great feature, just like retail. And then they have a limited background noise, but at least they do have some background noise. Utterance sensitivity. So this is cool. This is how fast the utterance detector will detect an interruption. So it's not like Vappy where you get a fine-tune amount, but medium seems to be great. I haven't played with the other settings enough to say. And a lot of these settings look a lot like retail, and you're probably recognizing them. But I want to highlight the model. So something that I think is most impressive, like I said at the beginning of the call, is that they built their own custom LLM that was optimized for voice AI conversations. I've never seen another voice AI company do this. And so you've got this you've got a few different models here. If you go to base alto conversations, that's the one that's really optimized. It's impressive. But if you want to try a Llama 4 Scout, I was messing with this and it was pretty impressive as well. So is Llama 3.3 Instruct and Llama 3.370B Grok. Both had pretty low latency, lower than retail for sure. And you didn't sacrifice any of the intelligence. Now, GPT-4o, since it's a much larger model, it means it's much smarter. But the problem with that is it's going to have higher latency. That's why in retail we see, there's 1,000 to 1,500 milliseconds of latency because they're relying on GPT-4o. And, you can still use it if you want, but it's not going to be the lowest latency solution. So from what I can tell, they also have a flow agent. So I haven't messed with this enough to say, but it's pretty impressive. From what I've tried, it's just like conversational flow, but there's a few extra settings that you can tweak. So I want you guys to actually check this out and really give me your feedback and response of what you think. And then moving over here, prompting is just the same. You can go to some functions. So these are the custom functions that your agent can use. You would customize this over here in this tab where you actually make the function. So we'd go right over here, new function, and say we wanted to connect to make.com, we'd put that in right here. There's another cool feature. If we go back to this agent, we've got an extractor. A lot like retail, you can define the information you want to extract. So you'd put in, homes information, and let's put home, and then you'd put in the description. So that can be used at the end of the call. Dials, list of calls, and that's pretty much it from what I've seen. Now, if I actually call the agent live, this is a really cool feature where we can do something called live dials. I wish retail had this, but this is really impressive. So if I call right now, talk to it.
Trailer repair shop. This is Chet. Who am I speaking with, please?
And look, you can see this call is going on. And if we hit listen, we'll actually go into the call. And you can see it talking. That's me. Uh-oh.
Okay,
And on top of that, what's really cool is I can actually talk into it. So I'm talking into it right now. This is going to explode. Okay. So you could actually jump into the call if you heard the live agent talking to somebody and say something wrong, and you were paying someone to be listening all the time, you could jump right into the call, which is an amazing feature. Really like that. And then you have the dial history. So that's pretty much the main sections. I don't want to bog you down with too many details, but I want you really to jump in and play with it. Tell me what you think, mess with the agent, and give me a review in the comments. Tell me what you think. How does it compare to retail? From what I can tell, this kind of latency is incredible, especially for it being a standard agent that isn't like what's the name? Like Ultravox, which we've demoed before in the group, which is natural language understanding. This is just a simple TTS, LLM, STT agent, the classic string. And the fact that they've gotten their latency this low is really impressive. So that's what I wanted to show here briefly. I wanted to tell you about Vogent, tell you to go check it out, see how it works. Just like retail, there's this last setting I want to show. You can invite and add team members, and you can also configure API keys, call settings. This is where you add your phone number. So I added my phone number in there, and then recording. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to share with you all today, and let me know what you all think about this agent. I'm really keen to hear your responses. All right, thank you for watching.